If Jesus scrolled through your feed, what would he see? What would he think? You might not think twice about that explore page, but he sees everything. You say it's harmless, just a few reels, a few glances, maybe a late night scroll through someone's pictures. But the truth is, your feed is feeding your flesh. And Jesus isn't blind to it. It was 10 PM on a Saturday, in the beginning of 2025. I was laying in bed, had my phone in my hand, and thought by myself, a little bit of scrolling before bed isn't harmful, right? So I opened Instagram, saw the first video, probably some Andrew Tate one, or a random meme. Funny. Then the next video, and the next video, and the next video. The clock was ticking. 10 PM, 10:20 PM, 10:40 PM, 11 PM, 12 PM, and the clock kept ticking. Finally at 1 AM, rationality kicked in and saw that it was way too late for me. I finally turned off my phone and put it on the nightstand. But randomly in the middle of the night I woke up, just out of nothing. I don't know why, I just woke up. Guess what I did first thing in the morning? It wasn't praying, it wasn't reading the Bible. It was grabbing my phone and scrolling again. Eventually this turned into an addiction. And the first 3 months of 2025 became so unpurposeful that it felt like hell. School was going bad and this wasn't helping. So what I did wrong is thinking that scrolling was harmless. And it got me addicted to it. And by the way, addiction essentially is the idolization of something that isn't God. I should have ran towards God, asked for him for his help to cut this off immediately. Because look at Romans chapter 13 verse 14. Clothe yourself with the Lord and do not think about how to gratify the desires of the flesh. Eventually in April, God saved me from this terrible cycle of lust, endless scrolling, and he gave me purpose. At that time the final exams were here and I needed to study. Sadly enough, I didn't study that much, but right now, at this moment, even though I failed my exams, I feel very purposeful creating these videos. Because a man without purpose distracts himself with pleasure. That's a quote I heard from Chris Williamson. It is very true. Whenever a man doesn't have something he strives for, he indulges himself in meaningless things like Instagram reels, pornography, Netflix. You can basically say, if he doesn't have a mission to accomplish, he gets into a depression. And if you think, this mission is not for me, only for qualified people. Look at Jesus and his disciples. Jesus didn't choose his disciples because they were qualified. It was exactly the opposite. The disciples weren't qualified at all. They were robbers, fishermen, and all sorts of things. Anything worthy of being the right-hand man of Jesus. But he qualified the called. So to find purpose and finally stop this endless doom scroll, you need to ask yourself these 3 questions in order to find your mission. The first one, what do I like doing? Because you need to choose something that you're willing to do for a long time. If you don't like doing it, it will be hell on earth for you. So what do you like doing? Then the second question, what are the pains I'm willing to face pursuing this? You don't want to look at the successes because everything can lead to this success. Even if you, for example, want a lot of money, you can rob a bank or start an OnlyFans agency. But is it really what you want to do to earn money? You can earn money pretty fast, but are the consequences worth it? For example, for me, I choose to do content creation. Firstly, I like doing this. I love the process of making videos, but I'm willing to face negativity and hate. It doesn't seem that big of a thing. Final question you need to ask yourself, is this in alignment with God? I don't think robbing a bank and creating an OnlyFans agency is really in alignment with God. Find something you can involve God into. On this channel I spread the gospel. I help men better their lives. And that's very meaningful to me. And I'm willing to bet it is aligned with God. So ask yourself these 3 questions, and the more detailed you are, then I can promise you can find your mission. Because if you don't have this purpose, you will essentially distract yourself with pleasure. And one final quote from the Bible. Psalm chapter 101 verse 3. I will not set before my eyes anything that is worthless. Which means you won't spend time or energy pursuing worthless things. So, is scrolling every night for hours really worth your time and energy? Is it really empowering you to get closer to God? I can bet $100 on it. that it isn't. So stop doing it. Stop meaningless things. So when Jesus looks at your For You page, he won't be shocked seeing it. We are not the way of the world. We're the way of man. So let's grow together in Christ. Peace.